You're still killing the frogs from yesterday. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. My main thought is they keep reusing the same 4 enemy types over and over again. That is certainly... Dude, anyone calling this a 10 out of 10 is just fucking wrong. Your opinion is shit and no one should take you seriously ever again on any video game. I'm gonna say that in the review. I'm gonna say, if you think this is a masterpiece, I will never listen to you ever again on your opinion on any game. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care what the genre is. You're fucking wrong. People think God of War Ragnarok is 10 out of 10 are Redditors who have over 100,000 karma and are complete no life for soy jacks. Anyone who says it's a 10 out of 10 is either a snowy fanboy, they're a game journalist, or this is their 5th ever game. What's my personal favorite God of War? I haven't played God of War 3 in so long, but I honestly probably would say God of War 2. I think God of War 1 is probably the better game, but God of War 2 is way more replayable just because there's so many boss fights. It's like just constant action, action, action. I mean, sure, it has like little substance, but that is like a video game. Like, that is like pure video gaminess. Like, there's not too much like cinematic cutscene over the top shit. There's like almost no story. It's just, you go, you kill boss after boss after boss, and there's a decent amount of enemy variety. I think God of War 2 is just kind of like the gamer's game. You know, it's just one of those gamey games. So many people crying about story and character direction, but it seems like the gameplay is repetitive, spammy garbage where you flail weapons like swatting flies. Yeah, it's just, it's so repetitive. I don't know how people wouldn't bring this up. Like, unless there's something wrong with my game, obviously there's no way that's true. But this is normal. We bumped it down from hard, and I actually don't think hard inflated enemy health. This is just the default. Either that or it only barely inflated enemy health. There's barely a difference. But what is the optimal time amount a cutscene should be? In my Ratchet & Clank 2 review, I basically said 1 minute. I'd say like 1 to 2 minutes. It depends on if it's a major story cutscene. I say you could go up to 5 minutes. Like, you could have a 5-minute cutscene if it's really important to the story. But if the cutscene is literally just to get you from level to level.
Here!
What trickery is this, Odin? What game do you play with me now?
We're not with Odin. We're the good guys.
This is the God of War.
Those blades. I know you. God Killer.
That's me.
Have you come for me now?
Only to free you.
Stay away. Brother, let me try. Look, you know me, don't you? You killed Mimir!
No! Yeah, we brought him right back.
You stay away from me, you monsters!
Stop! We need him!
Wait!
Guys, we got Ryan Johnson again. The God of War is a coward, a weak coward. Don't you like your expectations being subverted? See what I mean, dude? This is the last Jedi of God of War. It is, and yet people are saying it's fucking awesome. Someone brings Ares in this game, and hell, show both Kratos and Tyr what a real God of War is. Yeah. 5'11" versus 6 foot. Yeah, why do they never explain like how the Nords know about, you know, Greece? I'm assuming it's like another dimension or something. They never address it. Is it all Earth, or is this a different Earth? Especially since there's different realms in the Norse dimension. I guess they showed Tyr went to Egypt, right? That was something they teased in the last game. So is Egypt another realm? Is it part of Earth too? Why are they not explaining? Please tell me they at least address, like, if these other places are different realms or something. Because if it is just different countries in the world, that's kind of weird. Do they ever... At that point, I want an explanation for where the gods even come from in the first place. Because in the original God of War games, they definitely implied, like, it was the entire world. Like the Titans made the world or something. I mean, it wasn't 100%... you know, accurate to Greek mythology, but definitely way more than this. Pretty sure the writers said it's another dimension. Something about how... Yeah, well, how did they cross... Thought they explained the realms in 2018. Well, how do you cross the dimensions, though? Can the Bifrost cross dimensions? If it's the Bifrost, then how did Kratos get to this dimension?
Highly pleasant for all parties involved.
I hate the newspeak. Please stop putting newspeak in my ancient Nordic realm game or whatever. What the fuck? Why is there newspeak, dude? Someone told me there's 4 female writers on this game. I know Alana Pierce was one of them. I don't know the other 3. But it's like, at least do a little research into how people used to talk. They don't have to do the dialect 100% faithfully. Don't do this. Please, God, don't do this. It's like Kratos just following Atreus or another AI character 80% of the time. Not the other way around. Kratos feels like a third wheel in his own game. Yeah. Alright, here, I'll pay attention.
You speak of Ragnarok. Is it a god of war you came to find? Is that the Tyr you need?
Atreus.
Forgive me. I am grateful for my freedom. But if you want me to follow you to war, or worse yet, lead you to it, then kill me now.
Yes, do it. Throw the axe at his head, right there. The game would be instant 10 out of 10 if Kratos just threw the axe at his forehead.
We do not seek war.
We just want some answers.
2 God of Wars who don't seek war. Modern writing in a nutshell. This is Lanklitz in a nutshell, though. He's gonna get on HRT and try and be a woman soon. Just watch. Like the 8-foot tall, a full beard. He's not even gonna shave the beard. He's just gonna start wearing dresses, and we all have to call him she from now on. She, her, Tyr, she, her. It'll be Tira instead of Tyr. Oh my god. Tyr's voice is so bad. All the voice acting is normal in this. Nothing is epic. Nothing sounds like dramatic and over the top. Because Ryan Johnson, dude. The guy who directed this actually worked on the other God of War games, so I don't know why he's doing this subvert your expectations shit, but it's just the poison of California and modern politics and the way the world, it's poisoned all of their brains. So I don't know what the fuck, I don't know. Video games, dude, I want a game with like total player freedom so bad.
And I hate to say it, I think Tyr might be one of them. I've never seen a man broken so completely.
His pain is fresh. You expect too much.
Aye, perhaps. Pity Freya still wants to kill you. That's an ally we could use.
Yeah, and of course, she becomes a good guy. We couldn't kill her or anything. Yeah, of course I'm aware of that, yeah. I'm aware of...
Ah! Shh! You cannot sneak up on me like that. There's something I have to do in Midgard.
What? Without me? I thought we were partners.
We are, just... wasn't sure you'd want to join me. I'm visiting an old friend.
Oh, I see.
I wonder if Sony was allowed to be full woke, like these devs, if they would make them, like, lovers or some shit. Sindri, they made even gayer, I feel like, than he was before. So I'm getting that vibe. Disturbing, like, pedo vibes. Why am I playing as Atreus? Who the hell wants to play as Atreus? Not me. I want Atreus to die. Like, I want Atreus to die so Kratos has the will to, like, be the angry god of war again. Wouldn't that be so based? That would actually be, like... Wow, what a pussy. Look at that pussy. He can't punch the chest open. Also, that would not fucking work, dude. How heavy is that bow? He swung... That's basically like swinging a stick and breaking a lock on a chest. That makes no sense. That's retarded. Are you kidding?
So, what's been going
Oh
on?
my god.
So,
Anyway, I want Atreus to die, and Kratos then unleashes the rage again and becomes like the true god of war. I would love that. That'd be awesome. Atreus is a furry though. Even more reason to kill him. He needs to die. That's good writing. That is illegal. Yeah, I love that, you know, the cuck writers want to kill Kratos when Atreus dying would definitely be the better writing, like 1000%. Because one, nobody likes him. Two, Kratos is the only Sony mascot left that anybody likes. And you really don't need a 3. Those 2 reasons are more than enough. Uncharted 4 was woke too. Indeed. Indeed it was. Indeed. That was getting to when... I think right around Uncharted 4 came out is when I stopped seeing... like, more mainstream reviewers complain about wokeness. Because there's a decent amount of people complaining about Nadine, including me, of course, privately. Not on YouTube, since I didn't make videos yet. But, after that, you know, it started to disappear as everyone sold out.
Freya!
You should have stayed with Sindri.
Wait! Stop!
Your father.
Kill him.
Where is he?
Not here!
He sent you?
No! He doesn't know!
You shouldn't have come. He took my son. What makes you think I won't do the same?
Do it.
You're better than this!
Do it. Kill him. Do it. Do it. Does anyone, like, seriously, I want to know, like, any real human being, not an NPC, but does any real human being, like, oh man, I want Freya to be good guy. I liked her in the first game. She would need to be a good guy and help us. We all team up against the evil Odin. He's a fascist. This isn't God of War, shows all those reviewers giving this 10 out of 10 are shills. Well, they gave the first one 10 out of 10, and all the Sony fans like, that was like one of the greatest games I played last generation. Robert Cesario, thanks for $2. Odin man bad, women good. The problem is like they made Odin like a weak... Someone compared him to like a car salesman or something, because the voice is so off. He's a skinny, pathetic old man, which I'm sure he'll end up being a badass anyway in the final boss fight. But he looks pathetic. And Thor is just a fat fuck with no muscle definition, but he's a badass. And Kratos is the only masculine man in this game, and he's a shadow of his former self. This game just feels like a Marvel movie, LMAO. Yeah, obviously the writing is heavily inspired by Marvel. When's Marvel? Is Kratos based? He used to be. When he was just sleeping, despite, you know, mourning his dead wife and all the nightmares, and he still slept with chicks across the games, that's when he was based. That's when he was based. It'd be even more based if he didn't mourn his wife and only mourned his daughter. And that's why he slept with all the chicks. Then that would be super based. There you go. God of War 2018 was alright, but it's like Undertale where you only play it once or twice and never go back to it after that. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of games like that. I just have a problem with...
Excuse me, sir.
Oh no.
Mind if I take
I've heard about this.
Mind if I take a little peek at you? I promise I'll be brief.
Here we fucking go.
My goodness, what a strapping physique. Capable of an astounding variety of acts of violence, I imagine.
What is happening?
Thumbnail.
This must be the squirrel that tends the world tree.
That delectable aroma. Could it be? Pardon the intrusion.
The old Kratos would have grabbed that thing and snapped its neck with one hand. Stomp on him, Kratos. It's not too late. Do you think the old God of War game's better? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Sony cinematic action games have lost all of their appeal because they've done it to death. The shit that people complained about Metal Gear Solid 4 for has now become mainstream in single-player games. Like, you cannot tell me MGS4 is terrible or okay or just decent or whatever, and then think Sony games are like a 10 out of 10. You can't. You're a moron if you think that. It's the same shit. We games like this when you have retards like Luke Stevens wanting every game to be The Last of Us. Yeah. And fuck. What is Luke Stevens famous? Or I say famous. What is he known for? Because I know him. I can't think of. He's the dude, right? X game did something incredible. And what, he just jerks off story shit? I wish people brought back disliking videos over like principles instead of like stupid fanboyism. People actually dislike the video that you just disagree with, like the premise, or like I feel like dislikes are used for all the wrong reasons. It's just like triggered children instead of it being like, oh, I'm an adult and the premise of this video is stupid or something. Like I disliked Actman's latest video because I thought it was completely pointless, and I completely disagree with the stupid statement he said about gaming is better than ever, which is just such a... There's no... And yes, I'm removing the context from that statement, but in context, it's still stupid. So, regardless, there is no context where you can say that and be correct. Which has a worse story, Wolfenstein, after Old Blood or God of War reboot games. Definitely Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein 2 was so woke. See... Like, goddamn, the woke... People complaining about wokeness is so inconsistent. The amount of people I had to unsubscribe from over the years. I'm subscribed to about 40 channels right now. And I think over the course of, you know, my account is, what, 14 years old? I probably subscribed to like 400 channels in that time, you know? I've just unsubscribed from so many. Really, the salamanders again? Why? We're in a different realm, dude. Why are we fighting the same dudes? There better not be frogs. There better not be frogs. If there's frogs, this is automatically, objectively not a 10 out of 10. I will say objectively. I will. It's bullshit. Quit talking over the game. You really want to hear all this shitty dialogue, dude? Like, watch a different stream. Or better yet, blow the $70 yourself on the shitty game if you really care about the dialogue. This is too much. This is way too much. In fact, actually, if you're asking to hear the dialogue, again, you're part of the problem. All this sucks. None of this matters. Ready for the PC release for this game so modders can add pride flags to the game and make Kratos a drag queen. I wanted to say something else, but I'm not allowed. Not allowed. Careful, YouTube CEO might hear you make fun of trans rights. Oh, who said I was being sarcastic, huh?
What are you doing?
I heard something.
Father, she's gone.
Yes. Keep moving.
soundtrack is major damage. Yeah, it's the classic cinematic soundtrack where there's no memorable tracks and the game is nearly silent when things aren't happening. Because God forbid someone hear a 3-minute loop of a good, memorable track in a video game, in a modern fucking video
We're
game.
almost there.
That's not mature. I
They
can't
changed
feel
some stuff.
things.
Last time.
And you want to call this, this is the best combat system. Well, you have the worst taste. Eat my asshole, Circle Tunes, dick riding fuck. I'm ready for God of War. I've injected soy into my veins, and I'm doing my prescribed HRT.
I'm sorry about before.
Yeah.
No.
Motherfucker, these guys are... Dude, no. They didn't test it. They didn't. They tested on easy for the journalists. This is some fucking bullshit. Maybe that answers your question, Foxos. No, I mean, it's decent. It's more the same, but these enemies are shitty as fuck. These enemies are just... They're objectively poorly designed. Because there's no quick way to get rid of them, really. And they take a million hits. They super armor through everything. Parrying them doesn't reward you nearly enough. What do you think is more engaging combat? Hack and slash combos or strategic Souls-like, or a mix of both? It does kind of depend on the game. Like,
We should see this desert.
I kind of do like a mix of both. Like, Monster Hunter has a mix of both, where
I know we can't
it
trust
has
prophecy.
the more complex weapons. Like, you know, like I said, I was a charge blade main, so there's a lot of mechanics there to charge up
Discuss it back home.
your axe
For now,
transformation,
Search
right?
food and
And
earlier.
I like that, but it's also deliberate. Like, if you just spam moves, you're gonna get hit by all the tougher monsters, obviously.
Yeah.
Dragon's
Either way.
Dogma is a lot more of a mashy thing. Like, it's not really combos. But I mean, I like Souls combat too. I don't know. It just depends on the game if it's built for it or not. People aren't being more critical, lots of pasta, because everyone is a sellout, and I mean basically everyone. Like, the amount of popular game reviewers that are actually honest is probably, you could name on one hand.
Hail, fellow travelers.
That's why I always find it funny when people say, like, certain people
Trace
are
hurt a creature in
like,
pain
oh
in
man,
the
I
desert.
always trust you,
storm
ACG.
like
You've
this?
never led me
Most
wrong.
impressive.
It's like,
You know how
ACG is very rarely actually
You have any
critical
idea
of
what's
stuff.
up
He
there?
says everything
No,
is good.
sorry. The
Like,
elves
even when he
and I-
points out criticisms
long
with
story,
something,
but it's
ultimately a lot of the time he's like, oh, it's still good though.
Five matter.
I see the difference now. There isn't a troll with a pillar boss every 10 minutes. Yeah, it's true. The first game definitely
What about your
reused
son?
the troll way too much. But, you know, one of the best games ever made, dude. Totally. One of the best games ever. And the direction they took the combat for these games. They could have corrected it with the sequel. That could have been like the major addition of the sequel, is you fight twice as many enemies on screen. They could have. Absolutely could have. They did not.
A tempting treasure chest! Damn the sand!
I wonder how much money they wasted having like a line of dialogue for every slightly notable thing in the game. Like everything. Comment on anything, just anything. This is, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but this is almost like the end game of like Kojima type of design, where Kojima, like, his games are famous for like, oh shit, they thought of that? You know, like ice melting in Metal Gear Solid 2. Like, the end game is just, oh wow, the developers thought of literally everything because they're making the game. I mean, at a certain point, it's not clever, especially when it's really inconsequential things. Like, if it doesn't
Yeah,
improve the game in
sounds
some
like
way. Sup, have you ever played a game series called Gravity Rush? Actually, yes. Actually, yes, I did play both of them. It's kind of a shame what they did. Obviously, I guess they knew they weren't going to get a third game, because, like, the last chapter of Gravity Rush 2 is, like, a completely different plot. It's kind of weird. But, nah, yeah, those games are pretty good. I don't love them. I find it funny that ER uses the soundtracks from those games in his videos. I feel like I'm one of the few people who notices it. Because, obviously, they weren't that popular.
They attack us.
Well, this is their home. And considering what happened the last time we were in Alpha, can you really blame them?
Oh boy, more God of War teach me morality. Basic. Yeah, Sony games are so mature, dude. What if we're the baddies? Oh my god, crazy, dude. I never. Who would have thought that? That's nuts. I can't break a basic wooden grate. The God of War can't. I will stop pointing it out. I promise. I promise. Even though it's funny every time. Don't you think them having a fixed camera for the old God of War made it better? Because clearly this is them copying that Last of Us formula with no jumping and the kid character. Yeah. What makes this game better than 2018? Nothing. Nothing. There's literally nothing. Literally nothing. But it'll get a million 10 out of 10s. This game is a massive disappointment to Norse mythology. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it seems that way, yeah. It's subverting your expectations, buddy. It's another Last Jedi. It seems like California loves Rian Johnson because they hate the consumer. And yet motherfuckers still consume product. They literally hate you, but you keep buying the shit. I'm buying the shit because I'm a game reviewer. The amount of retarded comments I've read that were like, "Oh, you still bought the game." It's like, you realize YouTube's my job, right? Like, if I could get them for free, I wouldn't buy them, trust me. Like, there's no way I would, if they gave me review codes, I would not purchase the games. Like, what? That was just stupid. Why would I do that? Dark Souls 1 is still great. You just can't expect it to be super hard. Not that being super hard was even the appeal of From Software games. It is if you're a moron, maybe, but... I'm trying not to be too spicy, but some, you know, I tried to hold it back, and then I said it anyway. When games say they're an RPG, that just means that you have stats to grind out, no real role-playing to be found. Yeah, the role-playing part of RPG is pretty much gone at this point. I have played Hollow Knight. I brought it up in a video, actually. Dark Souls 1 was the perfect 3D Metroidvania. What happened to that level design? Probably too much work. Probably too much work, but yeah, trust me, I am absolutely with you. I remember playing Dark Souls 2 and just being like, this is just 4 linear paths that converge after you fight bosses. Like, Dark Souls 2 was fucking nonsense. Like, absolute nonsense of a game. And this is the part where somebody says, "Oh, Sid, time to admit Dark Souls 2 is the best one." Absolute nonsense. But then they never brought it back anyway. They never brought back the level design. Instead, they do the worst possible version of that, which is open world. Also, they zoom out the camera when you do the puzzles in the old games so you can see what's going on. Now these cameras screw you 24/7. Yeah, I mean, like, I understand what's going on here. I do. Like, you have to reflect it between 3 walls to hit everything. But I don't know where I'm supposed to stand, and it's not obvious. It's definitely not.
Don't worry, Lynch. We'll get you out.
What is that name?
Well, the last squid thingy we saw was Diener, so...
Oh boy. Well, I appreciate the attempt at humor. That, little brother, is truly awful wordplay. Embarrassing, really.
Oh, well, can't all be winners.
Addressing it does not make it better, by the way. Addressing shitty humor, because writers wrote that line. Like, it's not like it's an accident. They purposely put a shitty line in, and then they're like, "Oh wow, wasn't that line we just wrote shitty?" Yes. Don't do that. I mean, fuck you, dude. That's not shitty. More Reddit humor. It's all the Reddit. Everything is Reddit. Everything I don't like is Reddit. Go back to Reddit right now. What happened to Act Man? What do you mean? When? The channel getting deleted thing? That was a while ago now. Called the witch hunt on a random dude on Twitter for being racist in Call of Duty. Did he actually do that? Who? Didn't he literally make a video about how people used to say slurs all the time? Granted, I didn't watch that video, so maybe he condemned it even for the time. But that's extremely cringe if he did that. I feel like he's losing it. He's fucking losing it if he actually did that. Check out the tweet the Act-Man when he did the witch hunt. When you can, it's unbelievable. 2 different people, I swear. I could derail the stream for that. if we want to, I could give my reaction. It's not like I'm even big enough to start any drama. Fuck it, let's just check it out. Whatever. I don't even care, man. Let's make this. Yeah. So I do have a Twitter account. I don't use it. So I mean, if you're gonna like friend me on here, don't waste your time. I may eventually use it again. I feel like YouTube's, well, it's Twitter, not YouTube, but they're not even pretending. They're not even like pretending that. Look at the recommended Twitters. Critical and some ordinary gamers. That's like that might as well be like a trifecta of like normie shit.
Those are fucking awful.
Sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down.
Cause you're a fucking little nigga and you're going for objective.
Sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down.
Look at you, bro. You're 9 kills, bro. That's literally negativities, bro. Get your fucking money up, you fucking black George Floyd welfare collecting cotton picking torch monkey son of a bitch.
Why you gotta bring racist?
Those are fucking awful.
I will find this man. I will give him some Reddit gold. I don't. Yeah. So you know, Cuck Man gives go. He said a racist thing. Go harass this guy, pussy. I feel like I almost don't want to look at the replies because it's probably just dick sucking. So yeah, if you're wondering, oh, when will be the Actman collab? Probably never, because at some point he became a leftist cuck. I don't know when that was, because I seem to recall him making Anita Sarkeesian video. I feel like if it ever comes to that, always have your receipts, right? And always know your own body of work, right? If people come after me, anybody who comes after me is going to be someone I probably started shit with. And the only people I start shit with are people I know. I know his shit. I've seen over half his videos, at least. I saw that video. I don't care what he says. He's going to be like, oh, I've changed. Yeah, that only works when a leftist says it. Have you noticed that? Should I know who this Actman guy is? He's one of the biggest gaming YouTubers. I actually made a video. One of my first big videos. Actually became big way later. The Gaming is Dying, the first Gaming is Dying video. I complained about him. But yeah, he's easily one of the biggest gaming channels on YouTube, which is kind of sad that 1.65 million is one of the biggest, but like, gaming doesn't seem to do nearly as well as it used to. But his views are through the fucking roof with shit. I mean, some of his older videos have like 10 million views. He became everything he swore to destroy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he was ever really right-wing, but he was at the very least, he was a centrist. Gamers are dying and I'm killing them.
Half-giffers are known to burrow, so I hesitate to
I
place
haven't.
full blame
Yeah,
on
it's an
our
old
dark
video,
elf
Neon
friends.
Knight. It's not that good.
Trapped in their hives.
I mean,
Hive matter doesn't belong to
I kind of like it because that was back when I made videos and just didn't give a fuck. Unfortunately, I have standards for myself now, and I can't really make rambly shit anymore without feeling bad about it. I do want to bring back that video series. I only made like 1 or 2 this year. Remember in games when you could just hit something? Now, I gotta interact with it because it's gotta look all epic. Imagine if I could just hit R1. That's my thoughts on Video Game Donkey. I don't think he's that funny. I mean, he kind of was like when he first got popular, but his brand of humor got tiresome pretty fucking fast. Like, I could do some reactions to his video. I haven't seen a bunch of his videos, so if you want to see some real reactions, I can show you how not funny I think he is. And also, I think his real opinions, a lot of them are complete shit. Like, thinking Super Mario Odyssey is the best 3D Mario. Holy shit, that's like... I would never take your opinion seriously on a 3D platformer again if you said that. And probably would strongly consider not taking your opinion seriously on any other game anyway. It's like, it's just, holy shit, no. Just no. Joseph Anderson said almost everything I thought, so I don't really need to make a video on it. Just know that it was on top 10 overrated games. Just because it was probably one of the worst, like, main high-budget Nintendo games I'd ever played. Another puzzle of I miss something obvious and get steadily more annoyed. I hate puzzles like this. It's just like, use your eyes. Well, guess what? My eyes suck. It's not even my vision though. It's just a matter of observing. Try backing up a bit. I think the axe is not hitting it right. Okay. This game sucks. I'll keep saying it. Game sucks. Worst game of 2022. It sucks that I'm too honest. It really sucks that I'm too honest. Otherwise, I would just. Otherwise, I would just say worst game of 2022 because fuck Sony, fuck the Snoys, Soiny, fuck all that. But no, I'm too honest. I wouldn't do that.
A meal fit for a champion?
Enough. I said we would speak no more of that.
Yes, of course. Didn't mean to offend.
I'm not offended. It's just a word.
The word that clouds your judgment.
So, you really don't think it means anything? After the journey Mom sent us on? Everything we saw in Jotunheim? What was it all for?
God, imagine wasting.
Don't you ever think about that?
I don't know how much time it takes to like animate a dude eating food, but holy shit, like it's not worth it. Whatever it is, it's not worth it.
But what if the giants are counting on me?
What giants? I'm counting on you. To be safe.
But what if Loki going to Ironwood is the only way that...
Atreus. My son. And nothing more. Do you hear me?
I'm not hungry anymore.
Go to your room. No dinner. It should take his bow too. Take his bow. He's grounded.
You really should eat. Some people swear by
This dude,
on almost a daily basis.
there's like a pedo working for Sony who's like, Sindri should be with Atreus in every scene.
He's just so...
This is where it gets worse. Oh boy.
Strong.
Where am I?
Oh, this is when he was like a brat.
All you ever talk about, over and over.
Kratos should have beat his
Do something
ass.
about it or
I'm still annoyed with that. I'm sorry, it just reflects how little I give a shit about this. I don't even like Atreus. I don't. Imagine if Atreus actually did become evil and Kratos had to kill his son. I think that would be way more interesting.
He should pay for what he said about Mother. But we're gods. We can do whatever we want.
Please. Please wait. Please.
This pissed me off in the first
Please
game
wait.
so much.
Why is this happening?
This is a much better knife than Mother's.
Please stop!
Literally the only thing the boy has for the audience to root for is that he's a kid. Yeah, that's it. I mean, he's not likable in any way other than the fact that he's Kratos' son. That's it. I mean, there's nothing about him I like. Not a single thing. The scene was definitely written by a woman. Maybe. It's definitely possible. There were 4 female writers on this, right? That's what people were saying. I don't have a problem with the paid verification. Because the thing people were complaining about wasn't that it costs money. That's what the journalists are. They're fucking liar cowards and wouldn't tell you the real reason. It's that they want the check mark to make them part of the privileged class that you're supposed to trust their word, right? That's why it was mostly press who had it. Now, they can constantly lie, you know, and get away with it because they're verified. They work for a real news organization, quote unquote, because there's plenty of nobodies, like hundreds of nobodies, who are verified. Also, there was something exposed that you could pay like $10,000 for verification or something. It's like $10,000. So now that everyone can be verified, they're like, oh my god, my word means nothing now. You know, which it always meant nothing to anyone with a modicum of intelligence. But, you know, Twitter users are they're some of the dumbest people on the internet. Original God of War trilogy never had following sections. Who enjoys these? The modern casual gamer loves these. Don't you know?
Maybe it's these trees.
They love this. It's so engaging. Yeah, imagine trying to replay this. This kills the replayability completely. Not that I ever even replayed 2018, probably for a similar reason. Having cinematic shit like this completely destroys the game's replayability because it's complete pain. And some people be like, oh, well, I forgot the story. I forgot. Yeah, well, when you start remembering, then you're going to hate this. And unless, you know, you're completely brain dead and your brain doesn't work at all and you just completely forget things like they're wiped from your brain like Men in Black or some shit, right? That would be the only case. Oh, here it is. Here we go.
The paint is made from the bark of the ironwood trees.
She's clearly not a threat. Why are you still holding the knife out? This is horrible writing. And look, he's on the ground, she's standing up, so already making him look inferior. Seems like they spent less time on her model. It looks less detailed in the face, at least.
Was that mean?
Kind of.
Damn it. I'm already messing this up. It's just you're the first person that I've talked to in a very long time. And weird can be good.
Oh god, here we go. Cringe! Make it stop.
Let's start over. I'm GRboda.
It's funny, like, Norse mythology has been butchered, like, oh, see, this character obviously was revealed like a year ago. If I had known how much they would already butcher Norse mythology leading up to this, it really doesn't even matter that she's black at this point. It's like, they don't even give a fuck, they're already spitting in the face of anyone who cares about Norse mythology. They already did that a year ago when people were calling out this character, like on Twitter. I think Corey Balrog himself. I don't know if he was still... I think he probably wasn't even directing by that point. He was just defending Sony out of obligation. It's just classic, they hate the fans shit. She was white, you know, she would be queen of the horses. Are you fucking kidding me? This is 2 to 3 hours?
It's big.
That can't be real. You're joking, right? I love how Loki's segments are way easier. Like, his segments are comically easier than Kratos's. That actually pisses me off. Like, there's definitely an agenda here. There's a fucking agenda here. Why doesn't Atreus do this amount of damage when he's with Kratos? Why doesn't Kratos do this amount of damage? It's pissing me off. This girl begging to be colonized. She's being way too friendly. Love is love, guys. I can say what I want. It's not offensive.
Whoa! Gotcha!
Dude, I literally was in my head, I'm like, he's gonna slip or something and she's gonna save him. God fucking damn these predictable piece of shit writers. Dude, Alana Pierce, never mind. No, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna get in trouble. You know what? Any person who ever simped for her needs to be executed. And
I'm sorry.
I can't say what I want to happen to Alana Pierce on YouTube, but I can say every simp should be killed, because you're allowed to say horrible things happening to men, but you can't say horrible things happening to women. So, you know, when the big guy with the axe comes, don't press the prompt. Okay.
Loki!
Okay, you don't want me to hit the prompt, right? Oh no, you have infinite time, don't you? Yeah, oh my god. 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 12 out of 10. Every game Sony makes is a fucking masterpiece. Oh shit. God damn, dude. Yeah, good Sony. Dude, it is night and day, man. Did they even test Kratos? I'm serious. I'm serious. Like, I know it sounds like I'm complaining every 30 seconds, but why is it so much? This is how Kratos should feel. Kratos should be shitting on enemies like this. Not Atreus. I just checked the reviews and they're all 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I've yet to see anything below a 9. Yeah, and read them. Someone should read them. Yeah, I'm trying not to get brought down like Kanye. Well, I'm a nobody, so as long as I don't do anything the algorithm triggers or, you know, do something nobody watches, then I can at least reference something that we all know what's going on. Yeah. We all know what's happening. Dude, this I'm seething like constantly at this game because of just this is so much easier. It's so much easier than normal combat. I mean, it's not like it's boring. I mean, you know, maybe it's a little bit more boring just because it's all ranged combat, but it's not like it's boring. It's just, it's the comparison. It kills me. The God of War is pathetic and weak, and Atreus is, you know, he doesn't even get hit, dude. Not even getting hit. I was just rated M. Yeah, dude, I don't know. There's almost nothing rated M in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's 56%. I mean, I would assume she's more percent black than that. I mean, I get the reference, but still.
Calm down. Calm down. It's fine.
The rare black furry. Never would have guessed. It's time. Do it. That would, the game would earn its rated M rating.
Giant stuff.
Enough with the newspeak. And that's not even really newspeak, but it's still modern speak, right? Giant stuff. Imagine, God, imagine it in the old God of War games if like Kratos was like, you know, Greek stuff. Let's do some Greek stuff, bro. I hate the writing's so fucking bad. She's gonna peg him. Maybe that's the only way. Fuck. I gotta be careful about what I say. I gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. You never know who's watching. You guys are saying worse shit than me, but you can get away with it because you're shit. Would I be interested in a game that explored African mythology and culture? Not in the modern day. Maybe if it was made 20 years ago, because then it would be made more innocently. Now it would be made for propaganda. Dude, this is the third, like, riding segment we've done, and there's no gameplay.
That's what they're
like,
called.
okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop it again. And, you know, hopefully I remember to use this in the video. In a good action game, when you ride an animal, you would have a sequence where you get to attack enemies on the animal. Now, I will eat my words if that's what this turns into. So far, we have not gotten to fight enemies on a mount yet, so this is just wasting our fucking time. Why is this Reyes riding the Anthony Birch? That's funny. At least we're not Anthony Birch.
They're called green bulbs.
I know this isn't the first thing I've seen it. I know this isn't the first time I've seen this. I just can't think off the top of my head. I know there's been other games, modern games, that force you to like spend time with a certain character that developers really want you to like, but that just makes you hate them. Like, I already don't like this woman just because they made me play as Atreus again, who ironically, he does more damage than Kratos. What a fuck up. Last of Us 2 did this incessantly. That is true. Last of Us 2 did have you play as the bad guys. Yeah, that is true. The angle the camera makes it look like she's giving Atreus a lap dance. Just saying. Listen, there's nothing naughty going on here. Do I have to do this angle so that your naughty thoughts are kept to yourself? It is weird how she's bouncing way more than him, though, isn't it? That is weird. Looks like they're riding a Skyrim cow, but for some reason a 13-year-old Redguard girl is on it.
I wouldn't join Odin if it cost me my father.
Okay, what if...
Anything from
Okay. I know I'm pausing again. I'm sorry. This is just so I can get my thoughts across so that their voice is distracting me. Let's just say, hypothetically, that this is another generic prophecy is not literal story, right? So let's say all those events happen, and Atreus just pretends to betray his dad, right? And technically the prophecy would still be right? Why did the characters never consider this in stories? It's not clever, dude. Oh my god, guys, I'm gonna get banned from the game. I hope Actman doesn't expose my YouTube channel for my racism. Oh no. Laheckin-based YouTuber dunking on the racists, right? God damn, what a cuck. I lose respect for him more with each development. Yeah, well, Husky, we will excuse this in the story with this GRboda has not talked to anybody in who knows how long. She's been like trapped in this dimension, I guess. So I suppose if a woman had nobody to talk to, they would be very friendly when they finally talk to somebody. What's going on with the Act Man? I went over the tweet earlier. Basically, some dude was saying the N-word in COD, and an Act Man posted his username on Twitter for people to harass him, which I think is against YouTube rules, actually. So if he got his account banned, I would not lose any sleep, that's for sure. I probably should have waited for more details to come out before I made that community post months, you know, like 4 months ago, however long that was. Every single wall marked with paint to indicate you can climb it is an insult to the player's intelligence.
Getting these ingredients,
well, that's probably just the laziest way they could have made it stand out from the environment. In older games, you could just make something have special lighting on it, or you could make it brighter than the other things. In modern games, everything looks realistic, so they have to do something like that to make it obvious. The worst part about that was that Act Man is a public figure with more than 1 million subs and basically just sent his audience to harass that guy. Yeah, well, dude, he's the racist. He's the heckin' racist. You know, wait a minute. You know, okay, this is the last time I'll stop. Does Act Man not see the irony in him getting banned from YouTube, presumably for racism, since that would be the only logical explanation for why Quantum TV wouldn't get in trouble, but Act Man would, right? Because Quantum TV's a black guy, and Act Man, being a white man, was being critical of a black guy, even if he was an alt-right black guy, right? So we can assume it's racism. That's what any logical person, even though he never mentioned it, because, I don't know, cognitive dissonance or just pretending to be ignorant, right? And now he is sicking his audience on a racist Call of Duty player. Holy fuck, what a... Goddamn, he's a loser. I hate YouTube, dude. I hate YouTube. In the future, will games have systems to detect when you press attack buttons on NPCs who are black, female, trans, and just auto-permaban you from playing, even if it's single player? I feel like as soon as they attempted that, there actually would be significant backlash. That's what it would take to get a proper boycott going. Most people are too stupid to see the subtleties. We don't think that, you know, smart people don't think they're subtle. Hell, you don't even have to be smart. You just have to be red-pilled, right?
Fix my bow or something.
See reality for what it is. But for the dumb, blind normies, it needs to be in your face. That'd be too in their face.
Well, you clearly did. It's beautiful.
God, Reddit wholesome cringe. Why does it sound autismo? Yeah, it kind of... I don't know, maybe if I just had lower expectations since he was a kid, but it does kind of seem like Atreus' voice acting got worse, doesn't it? How many black people are there in Norse mythology? You already know the answer to that. You think this game or Elden Ring will be Game of the Year? Elden Ring. I mean, I complain about Elden Ring a lot. Oh, do you mean like from the Video Game Awards or from individual publications? Because from me, not this. I complain about Elden Ring a lot, but at least, I mean, it was fun. Except for, I don't know, at a certain point, the bosses weren't that fun. Elden Ring and 4 indie games. It might be. I don't know. I didn't play that many good indie games this year. I played some alright ones. I played at least one that I know will be on the list, but I have not been particularly impressed this year.
I like it.
Imagine if they subverted our expectations in like an actually interesting way and Atreus just insulted her constantly. Would that not be awesome? I think that'd be great. Honestly, even if she was constantly a dick to him, I would be better than this Reddit bullshit. Wow, I can't even... What? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. What the fuck do people think that means? Seriously, what do people think that means? If you have... I swear, if you can maybe get away with having 1 or 2 boring moments in your game and being a 10 out of 10, but even then, like just being boring is such a death sentence.
Feels weird when I change. Like I'm not in control.
Do you need to be?
What? What kind of question is that? What if I just mauled you and tore your throat out? Would you ask if I need to be in control then? What a dumb question. I don't even want to go into subtext of that too. I'm just gonna, it's gonna be like a political rant then.
Well,
It's just,
at least there's some
that's,
roots
what
down
a
here.
dumb
Grab
question.
them while we look.
Political refuge. No, I'm not. There's no way I'm ever leaving the U.S. The rest of the world is not better. There's, even with how bad it's gone, there's definitely not another country I'd rather live in. It's not like the rest of the world has stayed the same as, like, it's the entire Western civilization has declined.
Another might
When
help
does she
you.
get nodded? I did kind of make a
you.
joke about that earlier. But then someone said she's gonna
where does
peg
this bitch
him,
go?
which I
Hold
could
on.
believe that. In a game that wasn't God of War, I could see Atreus' gameplay being pretty fun.
You enjoyed that, didn't
It's not bad. It's not. It's just not complex enough. I think it feels pretty good. I'm not gonna like undersell it.
Yeah. Let's drop off
It
these
feels
roots
pretty
in the
good.
bucket
It's
up on the
just
left here.
the rest of this is not good. Like the combat's fine for these segments.
Repair some
Where
stuff.
even is Kratos?
Yes.
Atreus is sleeping. Somehow while he's sleeping, he transported to this, I guess, pocket dimension or
Are there
something.
any animals you can
And
turn into?
GRboda was just
But for
here.
Oh,
Thanks for rubbing it in, though.
sorry.
Joking.
Please
There's
make
a
it
tunnel on the
stop.
right, though. That's where we're
Being
headed.
quirky. What is the saying that they use? I want to use their own thing against them, where it's like,
Oops.
you
not
know,
that way,
being
girl.
quirky
Let's turn
does
around.
not make you interesting. You know, they say something like that. My memory is failing me. But yes, being quirky is not like a character trait. It's not interesting.
Huh.
It sucks.
Dead end.
I am getting depressed. I want to play as Kratos. I don't like Atreus. I want my numbers to get high enough where the game's combat isn't bullshit, but who knows, that might never happen.
So.
I'm thinking they might have just,
The what?
they may have pulled a Doom Eternal,
There's a
but
soul
worse with
inside your
this
neck.
one. Where they're like, oh, well, we have to make it harder.
No.
So,
Whose soul?
we'll just make you have to fight
maybe
a
you should
very
keep it where it is
specific
until you figure
way,
that
and
out.
if you don't like that, fuck you.
I don't just.
That's
go
what Doom
around
Eternal
stealing
was.
people's souls.
But Doom Eternal at least handled it better than this game.
Looks easy enough.
Alright, fine, I'll do it.
Oh.
Oh, man. Woman beat man at
No,
thing.
I think I got it. How about?
I mean, granted, he's never done it before, but still.
Throw it flatter.
Yeah, Doom Eternal
It's all
at least
about
doesn't
timing.
force you to stare at
When you
hours of
release the rock.
cutscenes. That is definitely,
All right. Watch this.
definitely.
My last throw.
When is God of War Ragnarok coming
drop your
Fortnite?
peanut in the
Is
water.
Kratos, isn't Kratos already in Fortnite? I'm not sure if
We
he
can
is or
always try
not.
again
I
later.
don't play Fortnite, obviously. But I feel like I saw that, you know, a couple years ago or something. How much you want to bet they'll kill Kratos in God of War 6? Well, the God of War 6 will be in a new location or something. And this is the end of
Happy, huh?
the...
I gotta get better.
And we need to continue.
It'll be much easier to just.
We have
Whoa.
to propagate the
What about my prophecy,
species.
then? If it is true, what do you think? I
So
should
here's
do?
the deal.
Doesn't matter. There's no
We-
changing where you end up.
Wait,
You
since
can try whatever you want to avoid it, but it'll happen.
I'm trying to say this without
You're
being
telling me
too
nobody
cringe.
has ever
There's a
changed their
level of
fate?
cringe that's
Ever?
acceptable, and I'm trying to find that level
Sure,
of cringe.
Maybe some details change, but
So,
the endpoint remains
me
the
and
same.
her, we obviously need to breed,
It's better to walk your path
and then
than
I
stray.
execute all my sons, and then breed with the daughters, execute all the grandsons, breed with... Anyway, anyway... it's doing this is more entertaining than the game. I have to keep it entertaining.
What's that?
A lift. We'll have to
Eugenics,
leave y'all
it's
for a
fine.
bit.
Yeah,
We're heading upward.
that's the opposite of eugenics. That's dysgenics, man. They're gonna be some mutant children. It's just my family.
What does that mean?
You'll
Nah, that's not messed up. That's perfectly normal and fine. There's nothing weird. There's nothing weird about this at all. I don't know what he's trying to say. Wait a minute, they reused these guys from the last game too. How many fucking enemy types they reuse? And people are like, 10 out of 10 though, 10 out of 10. What's bad about reusing enemies? Oh, why is that a problem? I don't know, dude. How about you just stop sharing your shitty opinion? There's an idea. Anyone who said this is 10 out of 10, you're dead to me. Actually dead to me. Completely dead. Another reused enemy type. 4 years, and they reuse another enemy type. You're also popular on Reddit. I think that's the opposite of popular when they call me an incel. Also, Reddit calls anyone who says anything bad about women an incel. Is that any surprise? I doubt they even know what the word means. Actually, given the extremely high virginity count on Reddit, they really should know better than to call people incels, but, you know, they're the ones who popularized the phrase virgin but not incel, and yes, that is a real thing. You can look that up if you'd like. Yep, $70 for this walking simulator, yep. Incel means internet celebrity, that's funny. The only time I've ever been called an incel, unironically, was by obese women with dyed hair in college. I mean, those are the type who even... Well, okay, it's more mainstream terminology these days, unfortunately, but...
Wait, did you feel
for a while, those are the only people who knew of that term. It's just funny. The only reason people call people incel instead of virgin now is because virginity is on the rise, like, severely. Probably even more than reported, since they're self-reported cases, obviously.
Okay?
So the leftists had to separate themselves from the chuds, right? So, you know, incel was their way of doing that. Oh, look, another reused enemy type. Another reused enemy type. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Take my fucking money, dude. Just reuse half the enemies from the last game. Have they ever played a Souls game, dude? Have they ever played a Souls game? There's new enemies in every single area, and there are many areas. Sony fanboys really call anything a 10 out of 10, huh? Yes. Yes, they will. That's why they call them fanboys. I just want to know how many morons, like, would still trust the YouTubers who gave this 10 out of 10 and just be like, oh, well, it's just their opinion. It was totally their opinion. They aren't sellouts. Totally not sellouts at all. Even if they didn't get paid, which they probably didn't get paid, they may have got a review code. And getting a review code early so you can have a review out early is enough incentive for these fucks to give it a positive review. That's the truth. The sellout price is way lower than you think for a lot of people. You don't even have to say mainstream game media. Yeah, game reviewers,
Sure.
they're shit. Everyone knows they're shit. The only people who actually quote Metacritic are, like, you know, brain-dead fanboys. No one cares about Metacritic scores except for brain-dead fanboys. Well, I'm talking about YouTubers. What did Yahtzee say? I don't know.
It's a gift.
I don't think Yahtzee's a sellout. Though I also don't know if Yahtzee's reviews are really serious. They seem somewhat facetious in their nature. I don't know if he actually thinks, like, that poorly of a lot of the games he reviews, you know? It seems more like a character. And if there's no, I don't think there's any reasonable price that a game developer would pay me to give a good review for their game. I just don't think that exists. Like, yeah, okay, if they're like, oh, here, you can have $1 million to give a good review to our game. Yeah, of course I would do it. But, like, that would never happen. I don't remember, like, Warner Brothers has been caught multiple times now paying off reviewers. I think even Gotham Knights, like, I know Gotham Knights had a shit ton of paid streams, and including GRboda did one too. And part of the stipulations for the stream is you couldn't, like, point out bugs and stuff, which is like, that's already too sellouty for me. Like, really, I have to ignore the obvious bugs happening right in front of me, you know? Streamers are honestly bigger sellouts than reviewers. They really are. Let's be real. Most streamers are fucking, they're not even, are they even human anymore? And yes, I realize I'm streaming right now. yeah, he fucking Germa strained with Hassan multiple times. God, what a disappointment he's turned out to be. I didn't even care if he was, like, left-leaning. No, like, there's lefties who don't like Hassan. I've seen it. I've seen the comments. Like, only fucking maniacs and, like, really thirsty women, probably a lot of underage girls, like Hassan. So, I'm just saying. Am I a Germamite? A former Germamite. I'm a former many friendship simulator channels.
How you doing,
Which
Jen?
honestly shouldn't be too much of a surprise if you guys have been paying attention. At what point does this count as a third-person shooter? Or, you know, like someone was comparing it to Horizon Zero Dawn or Forbidden West, either one. Same shit. Look at that auto aim though. I was trying to shoot the green thing and it was shooting the lizards who were way below. It's kind of goofy. Why is God of War soy?
I think there's another one nearby.
Many reasons.
Got another one.
It doesn't help we're playing as Atreus. That definitely adds to the soyness. I presumed this was the Uncharted prequel where you play as Nathan Drake as a sperm trying to reach the mighty egg. Imagine if that was the true meaning. Like everything in the game is symbolism for that exact purpose. Yeah, at this point, I feel like it's almost undeniable that the classic God of Wars were better. Like, there's nothing about this game that is better than the original God of War game. Nothing. And people say something stupid like, oh, RPG mechanics and loot. Like, someone will. Someone will say that. I guarantee someone will. Let's just drop back in where it's Kratos. We are still in the dream. Well, it's not really a dream. We're inside like a marble pocket dimension or some shit. Yeah. I don't even know why we're still playing though. I actually really don't know. We should have woken up by now because GRboda said she wouldn't help us with the war. So she's useless to us. So why are we helping? I don't even like her. I guess I'm supposed to like her, so that's why. That's why we help her, because she's oh so likable. So wait, this isn't the Wakanda Forever game? Sorry, bro. Not it, I'm sure. You know, that is... I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess it's a good thing. The fact that we don't really get movie tie-in games anymore, because video games are just too expensive to make. The problem is, they're obviously... The problem... Everyone wants there to be an equivalent to the Illuminati, but it just doesn't... Like, that's just not how it works in reality. There are multiple groups of people trying to bring down Western civilization, and they're not all on the same team. I mean, some of their goals align. Obviously, China is one team. The Democratic Party is another team, / World Economic Forum. That's pretty much the same team, those two. And then, like, you know, whatever team Ben Shapiro's on is another team. It's not all the same shit. Granted, there are a lot of... There's a certain common factor between all the teams, if you do your research, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, certain...
Ready
Never
to be
mind.
happy.
Anyway, you guys all know. I'm preaching to the choir. Alright, time to continue the giant race. Let's go. We're skipping dates. Not even gonna kiss. Let's just go for it. I'm in.
Yeah.
She's a child, bro. They're the last two of the species, dude. And it's ancient Norse. Okay. Someone educate this blank slate. These are ancient times that the fucking age of consent didn't exist. Don't give me that. Don't give me
You can
that.
do it, Yala. I believe in you.
This mixed race
Let's
propaganda
get
is getting
Yala
really annoying. Yes. You know, I got a decent amount of backlash when I was pointing that out in the... Those the
I'm
Halo...
not what I
Yeah, it
should
was
be
the
for.
Halo reviews.
You know?
In the Halo reviews where I just
Like
started
painting.
pulling up random interracial
really good.
ads. I'm a god. We can take on this whammon. Let's go. This Atreus segment might redeem itself if we can kill the wolf killer. Is it Deborah Wilson? Oh my... Are you joking? Please tell me you're joking. Well, really, they would not offer me enough money to sell out. Like, I don't give a shit about the review copy thing. Even if it means I get less views. I don't care, man. They're not gonna fucking... Like, that's just sad. It is fucking sad to sell out just to get a review out a week early. God of War 3 was so based. Yeah, don't worry. I'll play fucking Helios getting his head ripped off. If you love your dad, you love men. I don't want to get in a rant that'll get me in trouble, but this is definitely something that, like, degenerates, usually LGBT degenerates, argue that there's no difference between familial love and romantic love or sexual love. I think you're being facetious. I think you're being an edgelord, but if you're not, just end it now, buddy. It's not going to get any better from here. The world you want, it's not going to happen without a fight, dude. I would bet my chances on you getting, you know, killed. Yeah, bro, man, this is her. I guess you just got back. Yes, we've been with her for the past 2 hours. If it's not how it works, then why won't you help us fight the war? See, this is the problem. Either prophecies are real or they aren't. There is no in between. You can't just say that's not how it works. It actually annoys me that they even just said that. The problem is, I'm not at this rate. I won't have any rage left for the video because I'm getting it all out in the streams, which is probably why I'm going to use a bunch of stream clips in the video. I love how you can't just climb things because the game says you can't climb things. Let's just have another shitty puzzle that's not even really a puzzle. Again, it's just look around. Did you notice something? Did you notice the thing? Why are more games having less enemy types? Because they just care about graphics. Look at this room. I mean, how much time do you think was spent on like getting the aesthetic of this perfectly instead of just having more enemy types, which would actually make the game more fun? This is Actman on hormone blockers. Something's happening to him. I don't want to jump into drama, though. That could be a way to get searchability in my channel again. But then you just look desperate after a certain point. But I'm gonna wait for him to do something drastic. Then maybe I'll make a video.
I think they're better off with you.
Loki.
I'm tired of this pussy. God.
Are you certain?
Does anyone like him? Does anyone like Atreus? Seriously, any person? Mauler likes him. This gave me more reason to not take EFAP seriously on any video game.
Rod of Red!
Loki!
Loki!
Woman has to save a man again. No, I want to shoot her in the face. What are you doing?
This way.
That's right.
This fuck you game. Let me play the fucking game, dude.
Leave me alone!
This is definitely the most God of War this game has built. This feels like something out of Kingdom Hearts, kind of. Doesn't it? Like, this would be like in a Disney movie. Like, what the fuck were they thinking? Seriously, what the fuck were they thinking? This definitely feels like a Disney movie boss from Kingdom Hearts. 1000%. This is... God. Rated M for mature, my ass. This boss was using Fire Draugr. Yeah, way easier. Random Fire Draugr number 3 was the hardest boss. Have Nemesis, thanks for the $5. Remember when the Super Nintendo, when there was those Disney games for children? It feels like that. Yeah, but those were harder than this. Stop colonizing her, you monster. Yeah, I'm bringing my imperialist ways to this giant, native giant.
You are nothing! And no one will ever remember you! Not even Loki! You'll just be a forgotten chapter in his story!
Kinda based. Kinda based.
He'll be too busy mourning his father!
Kratos can't die, so bullshit. Mr. Bob, thanks to $2. Wow, a black woman doing witchcraft. I don't see the problem. I think it's culturally enriching. Oh my god. This sucks. 10 out of 10. You know what? If never mind. I can't do it. I'm already probably blacklisted. But you know, if anyone wanted to take initiative out of my audience and go and find the people who gave this 10 out of 10 and just, you know, give them a little hello for me. I think.
No, you don't.
What a tonal whiplash after that emotional scene. It's like we're not allowed to feel sad for more than 2 seconds.
Loki.
Oh boy, she won again.
Thank you.
She won again. She should peg him. Just peg Atreus.
Me too.
No more giants. Let the giant line die out. He's such a failure of a son. Kratos. Kratos failed.
Do I have to leave?
Nick Spence, thanks to $2. I miss Cuckold Simulator.
Your
This
prophecy
sucks,
was less
homie.
clear on when you- I need
It's
to
just
show you
bad writing. That was supposed to be an emotional moment for this new character that they've been forcing down our throats for over 2 hours of playing as Atreus in this shitty world. And, you know, she has, like, you know, there's a relatable kind of human moment where her grandmother is shitting on her, saying she's, you know, worthless and gonna be forgotten, all that shit. They really thought we would want to do this. Like, the player would want to do this. But, you know, I guess Sony fans do, because 10 out of 10, am I right? 10 out of 10. Now, this is going to be another game, just like Elden Ring, but worse, definitely worse than Elden Ring. Just like Elden Ring, where people are going to start souring on the game after the, what the hell's the term? Like, honeymoon phase, something like that. Whenever that starts to wear off, people are going to see the flaws. Now, they're obvious to me, someone who has, you know, played a absolute shit ton of video games, way too many. But to these overly excited fanboys, eventually they'll acknowledge its obvious flaws. This game shows how hard Kratos carries this series. Well, yeah, I mean, he is the main character. He should be carrying this series. Nothing, because Kratos is the main character, not you. You will do nothing.
I can't just sit back and let my dad die.
Kratos will not die, because he's the main character. If they killed Kratos, I would not just boycott this series. I would, like, actively try, like, I would make multiple videos shitting on Sony and milk it for all it's worth. Which I already know they didn't kill him.
Huh.
But, you know, spoilers, they didn't kill him.
Stars here are different.
Yeah, Joel was carrying The Last of Us, exactly. Ellie was not the main character, Joel was the main character. God, this is painful, dude. I need to start taking notes, though. There's so many complaints I have about this game, I'm not going to be able to remember them all.
Repeat it.
Normally, I do take notes when I'm playing by myself, but obviously on stream, I don't want to pause the stream to write things down. Mr. Bob, thanks for $5. When you realize that Atreus is dreaming about meeting a girl and he's still being rejected, Incel Simulator. That's fucking perfect. I mean, I'm sure that was real, but I like your version better. I think that your headcanon's a better story. Oh shit, the Valkyrie? What? Shit. Damn it. Oh shit.
Every act,
No, this.
every violation imaginable.
Atreus! You do not want this! Control your mind! Control it! She was our friend.
Kratos would never do this. This is so out of character.
Atreus.
Now snap her neck while she's turned around. That's what he would do. God, this is cringe. The cringe levels. They're through the roof, dude. Hate all these badass women. Except, look, she can't even keep her emotions together. She was a super badass in the fight.
Maybe. For the moment. You're of more use to me. Alive.
That's how you know you can't trust somebody. Just like fucking chop her head off.
We travel to Vanaheim.
Well, guess it's just us then.
Yeah, you know, if they had hate sex after that, that would make up for it. That would make up for it. And maybe the game would actually earn its mature rating. This is about as rated M as the Halo games are these days. Gods in Greece live in Mount Olympus with gold. Here they live in the wood, in wooden houses, and dress with animal skin. Well, it makes sense for her specifically, because she was like out. I can't remember if she was an outcast or she just outcast herself. But regardless, I think she was an outcast. We haven't even seen Asgard yet. I don't think. Ex-Rugged Monk, thanks for $5. Old Kratos would be holding her head right now. Absolutely. Absolutely. Halo Infinite is rated T. That's true. I forgot about that, Hero Bond. You're right. Absolutely right.